afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Tuesday, August 15th, 2019, and we're so excited to have with us in the studio, Chris Staples.
I know how you must feel, hamster in that spinning wheel, working hard, getting nowhere. The world behind a piece of glass, moments feel like hours passing, waiting for your chance to break free. Gotta get out of here. You can't hold me here forever. Gotta get out of here. You can't hold me here forever. Prisoner in a concrete cell, waiting for your dinner bell, living through the books that you read. And the sunlight moved across your face and it filled up a darkened place, a reminder what you had to live for. On a sunny day outside this prison yard, I wanna speed away in a stolen car. I gotta get out of here. You can't hold me here forever. I gotta get out of here. You can't hold me here forever.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Chris Staples. What is up? Welcome, man. Thanks a lot for coming out. You can go into that next song, and then we'll chat after.
Sounds good. I drove all night, burned up all my money just to sing you a song. If it all
watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Chris Staples. What is up, man? As we were talking about earlier, the last time that you played here was 2012, which was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you can put yourself in the mind space of 7 years ago, Chris. What's that person like? Or what's that person's perception of, like, doing this thing?
Man, I'm a little fuzzy on it, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I remember it being really fun and had a good time.
Okay,
and I was
cool.
excited to come back. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And you're moving right now, in the process of moving from... You have lived in Seattle for a long time?
Yeah. I've lived in Seattle for like 15 years.
Oh, damn.
And,
Okay.
I'm actually moving right now. I'm driving to Richmond, Virginia, where I'm moving, and I've got all my stuff with me. And
Yeah.
I was like thinking it was a good idea since I was driving to play some shows, but I don't know.
Turns out to be maybe a medium idea.
I mean, it's a lot, but
Yeah.
it's fine. But it's like, I was joking with someone about it last night, and they were saying, like, it reminds them of their dad, who's like, "Oh, you're heading out? Like, take the trash with you when you're heading out." It's
Might
like,
as well
kind of that
do
thing.
two birds with one
Yeah,
stone
totally,
sort of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the draw to or the specific reason for the move to Richmond?
I have some friends there, and I've been there a lot over the past
Okay.
couple of years on
Yeah.
tour, and it's a really sweet town, has a lot of history, and there's a good music scene there. It's growing, and for like a touring musician, it's really great because the proximity to like
Yeah.
to Philly and DC. DC's like an hour and a half away. Philly's
Right.
really close. New York's close.
Yeah.
You can go to tour the South pretty easily, and
Versus Seattle, which is fairly, I mean, right up in the corner, right? So you
Yeah.
pretty much only have that market of kind of like Northwest, or I guess if you really want to do the coast thing, you could get down to California, but that's
Yeah.
a shit ton of time to get not that far, really.
yeah,
you
it's
know?
tough because like Portland's a couple hours away from Seattle, and that's
Yeah.
good. But from there to San Fran, that's a pretty mega drive. I think it's like
Totally.
11 hours or something.
Totally.
And Denver is like, I don't know, it's like 15 or 16 hours, I think.
Yeah.
So it's hard to.
Way out there,
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
if I go on tour from Seattle, I wind up staying on the road a lot longer because once I'm out here, I just, so my tours are really long.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I can do some shorter touring now, but
Totally, yeah,
Yeah.
and especially like more, it's crazy all those big places in like the local market being only, within 2-hour drive or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Totally.
Yeah. Do you think of yourself, I mean, is the goal Richmond long term, or is this kind of like just the next step that might lead to something else, or maybe you'll do 15 here again? Or?
yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely going to be there for a couple of years at
Okay.
least, and then maybe stick around. But,
Yeah, where
so-
are you from before Seattle?
Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So at least that's moving back more southern, I guess, or
Yeah.
like southeast.
Yeah. I consider it kind of my backyard, just
Yeah.
like that whole area.
Sure,
So,
sure.
Yeah.
A familiarity probably there too, in terms of like the way that people, I mean, talk is one thing, but the way that
Yeah.
people sort of see the world.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Richmond's really cool because it's like there's a lot of people. I think there's like 8 colleges there.
Okay.
It's like a
Yeah.
pretty big college town.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of the people who are coming to school there are from New England, a lot of them. So it's kind of a really like a confluence of like maybe some families that have been in Richmond forever, and then kind of a lot of more northern or
Yeah.
whatever type of thing happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty diverse place.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Well, good luck on your move. And
Thanks.
why don't you give us more music?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One man dies on a park bench. One man dies on a yacht. One man dies on a business trip in a hotel parking lot. How can I say without sounding too cliche that I wanna live this day like it's my last? And these moments that we share dissolve into the air with without warning or apology. They pass, yeah, they pass. Some men wanna be remembered long, long after they're gone. Even though I know that is ridiculous, I wouldn't mind being thought of time to time. How can I say without sounding too cliche that I wanna live this day like it's my last? And these moments that we share dissolve into the air without warning or apology. They pass, yeah, they pass, pass, they pass, they pass.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Chris Staples. You can get ready to go into that next one.
Right on.
Whenever, man.
Sweet. I'm just gonna change this.
Yeah, set it up. And I will say that he is on tour right now, doing a bunch of shows through September and November, and then newest release, Holy Moly, is out now. And that that tour that's coming up, is that what will be living room shows, or that's venue shows?
Yeah, I'm playing living room shows
Okay,
right now, and
cool.
I've got some more in September on the East Coast. So
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
What's like, I mean, obviously the location's very different from a venue, but what's kind of the like preference or what's special about living room shows to you?
Well, there's like this How Music Works book by David Byrne. He talks about different venues and different types of music that work well in different types of venues.
Yeah.
And like these are kind of like, I consider them kind of like bedroom songs. Like
Sure.
I write songs at home and stuff. So it's kind of like a natural place for them to be performed, like in a house. It's just, the songs come across better for this music. It really works. I enjoy getting to know people at the shows, and
Yeah. Definitely more intimate in that way too,
Yeah.
and like fewer people who are more focused on you, I suppose.
for sure. And it's like there's a lot more markets you can hit. Like if you're playing major cities, big clubs, whatever, you could. If you're playing houses, there's so many more places you can play.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I could do a few in the same city
Sure.
consecutively and be playing to different people every night. And it's been really cool. I've really been enjoying it, and the monetary part of it is good too.
Cool.
So
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I'm buying a boat with it. Just kidding.
Yacht.
It's not that good. But. All right.
Here we go.
Some days are roses, some are broken glass. I watch them fall through the hourglass. I turn them over, but only in my mind. I love you so much, but we're running out of time. Tried to be water, going where it will. Tried to be stone, sitting very still. Tried to be mountain, above it all. I tried to be the painting, watching from the gallery wall. Will you forgive me for being so unkind? I love you so much, but we're running out of time. The world is over, it's covered up in trash. In a burned out city, kissing under falling ash. And the look upon your face is frozen in my mind. I love you so much, but we're running out of.
You're watching Audiotree Live with Chris Staples. Would you tell me a little bit about some of that more like sampley, I guess, electronic stuff? Is that something that you're, like, do you program that elsewhere and then that's in this thing, or it's in the pedal itself?
Yeah, so basically I make my records at home.
Yeah.
And I record them at home.
Yeah.
And then this pedal has like a card in it, a memory card in it. And
Cool.
so I can take sounds from my sessions and kind of put them in, trigger them.
Nice.
It's kind of nice to be able to do that, to add some.
Yeah.
I do a lot of songs just kind of like acoustic still, but I kind of add in that for some for variety or whatever.
Yeah, and there's a cool sense of like it makes it a fuller texture too to listen to. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Are you interested in, I don't know, I mean, not moving in that direction, like your next project's going to be all that or something like that. But I mean, have keyboards ever interested you, or that kind of more textural stuff besides guitar?
Yeah, I have. I actually tour with a keyboard that I usually have to my right,
Okay.
like a synth, and another sampler that I have sounds on.
Yeah.
So I can trigger samples with my left hand and kind of play like a lot of bass lines with my right hand.
Cool.
I didn't bring that today because they're mostly older songs that I do that with. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like, if I'm playing a club, I can make a lot of noise with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet that can get really loud, especially if it's hooked in,
Yeah.
hooked into the right places.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really like it. I feel like it adds this, I mean, depth, like I said, and texture, but also maybe a sense of like more, man, I don't know. It's all like those beats specifically are kind of like apocalyptic or something. They're very
gotcha.
big and like intense,
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of crunchy.
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
When you're ready, give us another.
Sure.
Yeah, especially not that it's uninteresting to watch a person just play guitar, but it's just one other thing to also hold on to, for
totally.
the fans and stuff.
Yeah. It's hard when you're the guy with the guitar singing because it's just like, it's such a format that people have been doing for so long, and it's just like, I don't know, what are you going to do? It's like, whatever.
Totally.
All right. check this track, see if it's loud.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, cool. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Old friend, how you been? You went away, but you returned again. Old friend, do you remember when we walked from Newport Beach all the way to Huntington? I need to talk, you've got an ear, let's take a walk. I'm always here, old friend. Old friend, you can pick up where you left off with Mr. Staples, comma, Christoph, any day. It's worth it to avoid this loneliness as much as I can manage every day. You need to talk, I've got an ear, let's take a walk. I'm always here, old friend. Old friend.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Chris Staples. In that song, and I think in a lot of your music, you do a really good job of writing kind of general themes or themes that are larger, but then dropping in specific moments. So in that one, there's that phrase, I don't know if it's, or that line, I don't know if it's autobiographical, but walking from Newport to Huntington. I'm just curious, like, how do you think about that process? Like, do you ever write down songs that are all way too specific and then you try and like pull out those parts, make them more general? Or is that even something you think about when you're writing the more specific references to places or people?
Yeah, it's kind of like a mix. That's a good question. Like, there's like always some things that are like personal,
Yeah.
but a lot of it is kind of fantasy too. You
Yeah.
know? Like I kind of mix it up.
Okay.
Or I try to think of things that are like, sometimes I'll try to like write a lyric that's about like an emotion or something, but then I'll try to balance it with something that's visual. You know, something that recalls something visual. That's kind of a thing I've been messing around with a lot lately. But yeah, it's like a lot of the songs aren't really about situations specifically
Sure.
that I've been in, but I'm kind of thinking like I've had an experience that was similar, or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's like the songs are kind of fiction, but it's like populated with like feelings that are real. Or
Right.
whatever,
And
you know.
tells a truth, like a more capital T truth, or something that all people, or certain people, I suppose, can
Yeah.
resonate with, even if
Yeah.
it's not directly about you.
Right.
If you
yeah.
do write a song that's more directly about you, do you take the energy or the time? Do you care to guise the more specific elements? So if it's about somebody, let's say, are you going to avoid using their name, or are you going to avoid using the town it actually happened in, replace it with some
Yeah.
fictional place? Or
Yeah, I feel like for sure. Like I try to, if I'm writing a song, because I have a song on my new record about someone, but I kind of obscure like what the relationship is.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
it could be a friend or it could be a family member or something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because I feel like the things that we experienced were like could be common to any relationship.
Right,
Or that wasn't
right.
important. That was an important piece to put in there, I guess.
right, and
Yeah.
maybe you would if it was important to the to the larger narrative that you're trying to tell.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I do try to like put a little space between myself and the song. You know?
Nice. Yeah. Love
Yeah.
it. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing. You can go into that last one, and I will say that he's currently on tour doing. I'm talking to no one. Currently on tour doing living room shows, and then he'll be doing a bunch more shows September and November. And
Yeah.
the newest release, Holy Moly, is out now.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
In a full-color dream, you were there, and I followed you up a golden stair. We ceremonially kissed, territorially pissed on everything that I could find. Like I could somehow stop time. And I remember the things that never happened, and I've forgotten all the things that clearly did. Warm summer rays cooked our skin for days. We fell asleep under the shade. Oh Lord, we had it made. The earth will spin beneath your feet. Your shadow stretches down the street. Calendar pages fly. 10,000 crows will take the sky. The earth will spin beneath your feet. Your shadow stretches down the street. Calendar pages fly. 10,000 crows will take the sky. I woke up and burned a picture. You woke up and swept away the ash. Now we pass along the road like perfect strangers, nodding to each other rightly, turning from each other slightly. The earth will spin beneath your feet. Your shadow stretches down the street. Calendar pages fly. 10,000 crows will take the sky. The earth will spin beneath your feet. Your shadow stretches down the street. Calendar pages fly. 10,000 crows will take the sky.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We've been in the studio with Chris Staples. You can check him out on tour and get Holy Moly, which is out now. Thank you so much for performing for us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to awesome people in the studio and sound engineers, camera and lighting crew for making it look beautiful. Viewers, thanks for watching. You can support Chris or us by streaming the session when it comes out in a couple of weeks and send a shout by social media to us or him if you just want to connect. It is my older brother Andy's birthday, so happy birthday, bro. And from all of us here at the Audiotree Studios, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?